Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So yes, I'm still on holiday in France with my brother-in-law and his wife and my wife as well. I should be saying that as well. Anyway, my brother-in-law is a glass collector. For some things he's definitely collecting them, and for others he's a bit, he just sees something he likes and buys it if it's very cheap. So glasses, he's got quite a lot of those. He's really into cocktail stuff. That is his thing, but a lot of it isn't glass. But anyway, with that said, he does have quite an array of glasses. I've shown you the jelly glasses he's got, but in front of me here, I've got quite an array of clear glass from different periods and times. And I thought, it's an opportunity just to run through some different stuff. Some of it I know, some of it I don't. We'll just have a little play with it. He's also got a bunch of green glasses as well, and we'll do those after these ones. So I'm not going to pull out reference books for this because I will be here forever after I get home trying to put it together. So I'm just going to tack this together and ship it out. Anyway, with that said, let's have a play with his glass and see what he's got. So here we are. I've got the glasses out on the table. I will go from newest to oldest that I think of anyway. I may not be always 100% right, but we'll start with this one, which is off screen, and it's quite interesting. Little glass, little part of his cocktail stuff that he has. It's made by Tudor. It is marked made in England with Tudor in the middle. Can you see that? I can't remember. I might look up Tudor and say something, so there might be an insert into this. But anyway, that's the first glass. It's quite a cool little glass. I think it's post-war. Might be wrong because it is a cocktail glass. But yeah, and I don't have any real references for Tudor. I do see it around. I don't think it was one of the biggest makers. But yeah. Yeah, it's a quality piece of glass, and he does have a whole set of these. So I'm only showing you one of everything. Some of them he has more of. What else? Yeah, here's something else. He would like to know what this is. I have tried to find it out and failed. I've gone through replacements like crazy and not found it. There's no mark. Yeah, I've spent over an hour chugging through glasses trying to find this glass. It is a really cool glass. It is a quality thing. Yeah, look at that intense cutting in the base. It's a bit like early Irish glass. I've been through all of the Irish glass makers in replacements.com and not found it. These ellipses are like something Webb Corbett would do. Been through all of theirs. I've been through everybody's that's in there that's a UK maker, and not found this glass. And it's a fairly chunky thing, and obviously it goes with his cocktail theme stuff. So that's that one. Next, I'm pulling up this little sherry schooner. I think he's got more of these. I'm not sure. See, it's got this cutting. I think this is first half of the 20th century. It does have a little manufacturing fault that you'll see sometimes. Can you see the wear? It's not on the edge, it's on the inside of the edge. What that means, let me see if I can show you this. I've not even tried this, but I know it's going to should work. If I put my finger on the edge of the glass, it's because the edge of the glass is actually raised off the table, and that's why it's got this wear just inside that. It's got a polished pontle. I think it is early 20th century one. 1930s or something like that. What else have we got? This one. You've got a couple of enigmas in here. This is one of them. The glass is super bright. It's a super quality thing. He's got more of these, I think. The base of the stem is like a Victorian glass. And the cutting's a bit Victorian. He thinks it's a bit Art Deco. You know, it's a champagne saucer. It's got a hollow stem, so it is a quality thing as well. The bowl is quite heavy because this cutting is quite deep. It doesn't stop it. It is, I'm pretty certain, this lead crystal. It doesn't ring great because this is quite thick around here. It's only the edges. Yeah, it's only the edge that's thin where the cutting stops. Can you see how thick, deep that cutting is? So yeah, that one is foxing me a little bit. It could be Victorian, it could be early 20th century. Got another one here. So yeah, this is like it's shot glass. I'm wondering if it is actually English. I think this is from, I think it's Edwardian or something like that. It's a bit like the textured 1950s glass base. Not quite. I've been feeling it here. I'm happy that this is actually shot glass, which really started at the end of the 19th century. Yeah, get that right. Don't go chunking out the wrong centuries. So, yeah. Doesn't have a pontle mark though. Let me show you. But that doesn't always mean anything. The way it's made, it's a quality thing. So yeah, difficult. I think it's late Victorian Edwardian. But yeah, not always right. Don't know who made it. Yeah, most of this I don't know who made it. Especially now as we get into the older stuff. Let me pick something else out. Or maybe I'll go with this one. So this is off screen. It's a humongous. Look at that. This is a super quality thing. I think it is a Victorian one. Look at the shape of the base of the stem. It's a very Victorian shape. It's a water goblet. Because they wouldn't drink. I've drunk wine out of. No, where did I have? I had gin and tonic out of this. But anyway, yeah, it's quite. Even though this cutting is quite thick, it is quite finely done here at the edge, and there's a lot of bowl there, so it's got a lot to wring out, and very nice quality star cut base. But the wear on the edge, can you see that? Yeah, that's what makes me think it's Victorian. But it is a water goblet. That is not a wine glass. It's not a monster wine glass. That's a modern phenomenon. So what else have we got? So we've got a few glasses that are like this one here. I would probably class all of these ones together. They're your kind of mid-century wine glasses. Let me push that one out of the way. Two of them, in fact 3 of them I've got, if I switch them around, blah blah blah. You've got 3 of them with inverted baluster stems. This one, it's got cut baluster stem. It's probably 1850s or 60s. It's quite thick because this panel cutting is quite wide. But then it's got decent quality stem, polished pontle, but you can actually see the remains of the broken pontle inside. Dirt's got into it that's never going to come out in a million years. Then got another one. This one is slightly deceptive. I think that's probably because this paneling goes quite deep into it, so they've had to make the base of the bowl quite thick. Inverted baluster again. This has got that fault again where I put it down and that's not the table. It's because the wear is not out to the edge. I didn't even try to do this before I started the film. I just saw that wear there and just thought, yeah, I can do that. So yeah, that's quite. This is the kind of book that appears in the catalogues from the 1830s and 40s and 50s, and then kind of disappear out in the 60s. Here's another one from that period. Yeah, polished pontal, nicely engraved. Mirrors here in the base of the bowl. Yeah, that's a nice glass as well, nicely done. It's like some of the ones in the Whitefriars book. I might try and pull that up, I don't know. And then this one. Yeah, polished pontal. And again, it's the same period as the others, that 1820s through to the 60s probably. But it's probably near the back end because just age, you know how it goes. So we'll put those ones aside. Move on to these ones here. So these ones I think are probably nearer the middle of the 19th century, and these are the ones that are nearer the beginning. Let's start with this one. It's a lovely ale glass. Slice cut stem. Has a polished pontal. Sits on the edge. It's very nice though. Then little wine glass here. Polished pontal again. See a little bit of conicalness in the stem, in the foot I mean. Yeah, that is more your 1830s style. And then I've got this one here, which might be a bit slightly earlier. So I think this is more like 1820s or something like that. It's quite heavy because it is a proper deceptive. You know, you can't put a lot of drink in that. If you filled the half of the glass, it would reflect around and look like it was half full. But in actual fact, the top half of this probably holds about 4 times as much as the bottom half. I can barely get my finger into. Broken pontal, this does have a big chunk on it, which is a real pity. And lots of wear. But yeah, that's quite a nice glass. Apart from the fact that it's deceptive, makes it less common. And then there's this last one here, which I think is the oldest of the glasses he has. See, it's got conical foot, it's got broken pontal. It's going to be very difficult for me to show you, but this glass has been well used. There's a lot of surface wear on it. The colour is darker than everything else. The broken pontal, there's a big piece of, actually I would say that's clay from the pot. It's not frit, it's not white, it's kind of brownish colour. And then the bubble. So yeah, so this is the earliest one. It's in perfect condition. Yeah, quite like that glass. It's very elegant. Nice wine glass. So there we have it for these glasses. I'm going to put all these back where they came from and drag out the green glasses now. So I said he had a few green glasses, and this is they. And where should we start? We'll start at this end. So this is probably the newest one. I think it's Edwardian. It's uranium glass. He has a whole bunch of these. Yeah, it's very nice. You can almost see the glow there. In fact, you can see the glow there with the sunlight coming in through the window. So yeah. And it's got a hollow stem, which really tells you a bit more quality. I think this one is uranium as well. And yeah, lead crystal. It's got polished pontal. This is probably late Victorian. It's a 3-part. So you've got the bowl is blown, and then you've got the stem added, and then you can see there's a join at the base of the stem to the foot. So yeah, it's not as good a quality as that one, but it's okay. And then he's got a couple of really nice Victorian wine glasses. These probably might be early Victorian. Very polished pontal. Yeah, look at that stem, that's really nice. And the bowl, it's really thick, so the ring is really high pitched. But that is a nice quality piece. And then you've got this other one, which is probably not quite as good as that one, but still pretty decent. In fact, if you look at it in profile, it's similar to this one. I think this is probably late Victorian. Still got a hollow stem. That's like a dumbbell. It doesn't have a pontal. You can actually see, can you see there? That mark there. That is where the fat gadget was gripping the foot when they cut this bowl off. The glass wasn't quite cooled enough. It's got an indent on it. In fact, it's got 2, you can see there and there. So that's how it was gripped by the gadget. It's not very often you see that when the gadget's been used. But that's quite nice to sort of like see that happening sometimes. Just shows you a piece of the making in action. Yeah, that's very nice as well. Quite like that, especially that I didn't spot that until I was looking at it just now, that it had the gadget marks on it. This one's got polished pontal, can you see there, just in the middle? Yeah, this feels very early Victorian. George IV, there's something about it. It's similar to some of the stuff that's in the Whitefriars books from that period. That's quite nice. Then you're going, I think, a little bit earlier with this one. I'm a bit unsure of when this was made. I've just noticed something on it. The wear on this side is around here, and the wear on this side is here. And you know what that means? It means it's going to be a rocker. If I do that. Yeah, still really nice, elegant glass. You can see a little bit of frit in the thing. And then we've got your standard late Georgian glass here. Very nice. You see these around. Very elegant glasses. I quite like them. Never say Bristol green because that's not a thing. It's Bristol blue only. It's just dark green. So there you go. Those are the glasses he has. And let me stop before my voice goes. So there you have it. That is quite a lot of his collection. Some of these glasses he's got multiples of, so I've not shown you that. And yeah, I think after thinking on it, I think I might insert some references into this video. Not for everything, just a couple that I'm thinking in my head. Put a few references in to show you what I'm talking about. And yeah, and the Tudor glass, I've never really covered Tudor before, so I might look something up for that as well. I'm talking this because you've seen this already now, but anyway, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. And yeah, so if there are references, they will be in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe because it helps my channel. And thank you for watching and have a good evening. Good night.